All right, so let's go ahead and get into another one, man, for the iPhone 13 Pro. And today we got to take a look at the Speck Presidio 2 grip. Now, this case right here, a lot of you guys have been recommending it in my comment section. I went out there to Amazon, bought this thing for myself, and let me tell you this right quick. This case has been on my phone since this came in last week. All right, so you know that's saying a lot because you know I got a lot of heavy hitters. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Speck Presidio 2 grip, compatible with MagSafe, iPhone 13 Pro. We got the warranty guarantee, micro band, 13 feet of drop protection. So that's going to be legit right there. Compatible with MagSafe and all of the extra stuff that it has. No slip grips, and it has those raised bezels. Now this one right here, I definitely put back in the packaging for dramatic effect. This thing right here has been on my phone and it literally has not come off. I'm talking about it has not came off unless I've shot a YouTube video, and I've only shot one in the past week or some change. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. And the first thing that you see right offhand is going to be those grips and this design of this Presidio grip. Now, if you don't know about the Presidio grip, this is an OG case, man. This has been a case that I've been rocking for a very long time. This just takes it back to the old school Speck candy shell stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. But the thing about what the early grip cases were with Presidio and the Speck, these grips right here used to be physical grips, kind of like what you see right here on the side, but this time they kind of reversed it. Now they're grips that go inward instead of grips that actually stick on the outside. That was actually a separate piece of rubber that was on a Presidio grip. Now you guys, if you know about it, you let me know in the comment section down below, but those little rubber grips used to come off over time. They used to wear off and used to peel. We talking about old Speck Presidio grips, but these days it's completely different. They have a new design. You don't have to worry about anything peeling or doing anything like that because of the way they made their grips. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So looking on the back right here, you basically have a nice soft rubber feel. Now, some people say this is slippery. In my opinion, I haven't really found it that slippery as of right now. Right now, it's doing pretty good for me. So that's going to be a soft material. And then on the outsides right here, you're going to get those grips. And then, of course, on this edge right here, you're going to get those grips on both sides. Taking a look on the back, as you can see, you get that little raised camera lip, little Speck logo right there, and flipping over on the bottom, we do have some accurate speaker cutouts. And of course, on the inside, we got to have that MagSafe, because you know what do I always say? Every case needs MagSafe. All right, make sure y'all comment that down below, man, so we can get the message out. So let's go ahead and grab the iPhone 13 Pro. Let's go ahead and pop this bad boy on, and yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look. So on the top side, it's going to be completely closed. On that left side, you get that cutout for that mute toggle switch, which is very easy, nice and open to get to. Volume up and down, you get some nice tactile raised buttons. Now, these aren't like metal buttons. They're kind of a little bit of rubbery feel. I would have loved if these would have had some type of metal to them, man. It would have made it that much more premium. Buttons are perfect, tactile, not a single issue when we're talking about the buttons. Coming along on the bottom, you see your cutouts are spot on there, no issues. On that right side, we do got that raised power button. And on the back, as you can see, that camera is recessed down up in there. So before we get going, you already know, I almost forgot. Let's go ahead and bring the scale over here so we can weigh this Presidio 2 grip and see how much this bad boy weighs. So putting it down on the scale, you're looking at 34 grams for the Speck Presidio 2 grip. All right, so let's go ahead and pop the phone back in it. Let's go ahead and get on with the review. Now, taking a look at that lay on the table protection. Now, this thing is rated up to 14 feet of drop protection. I am running a tempered glass screen protector, and as you can see, it does have a raised bezel that goes all the way around it. So when you're sitting down on this face, you definitely should be good to go. It's rated up to 14 feet of drop protection, so if you were to drop it, I'm pretty sure you will be good. This does feel like a case that could withstand a drop, and you really don't have to worry about it. I think it can survive a drop just good. Now, putting it on the back of it, let's see, check out the rock test. So let's hit that corner. Let's hit this corner. Let's hit that top corner. You're going to get a little rock, and of course, you're going to get a little rock right by that camera. I don't know why you guys want me to do the camera rock test. Of course, it's going to rock on the side of the camera lens unless it has a raised back. I don't, man. It's something, I don't know if you guys want to see that, but it's something you guys, some people tend to ask for. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the fit on how this bad boy fits on. Now, if you know anything about the way Speck and the candy shell Presidio line fit, it has always been an amazing fit. I don't know if I've had a Speck case that hasn't fit good. All right, so let's just go ahead and take a look at the pull test. Nothing. Absolutely nothing when you're talking about the pull test. Even by the buttons, Nothing is pulling, nothing is giving at all. When I'm talking about nothing on the bottom at all, when I tell you that this is a rigid fit, and even with that, it doesn't take much for this to pop off. All right, it doesn't take much for this to just come off. I know somebody told me stop taking it off to see where the camera is. I'll take it off on this side right here by the mute toggle switch. It's kind of where I take my case off, but very rigid, very stiff fit. And the same thing with how it pops on. Once it pops on, it's up there. You get some nice little audible pops. Nothing that's going to be too hard to pop off. You can still get this case off easy if you wanted to. Man, such a nice job with the fit of this Presidio 2 grip. I mean, it just is perfect when it comes to the fit, in my opinion. No slouch, no nothing when it comes to it. And how does it feel in your hand? How do those grips really feel when you are holding it? And for my opinion, I feel like it does a decent job. I know some people online, some people out there when we're talking about cases think this is slippery. In my opinion, it isn't that slippery. Now, is it the grippiest case that I've had? No, there is some cases that I think some textures still work a little bit better, especially when we're talking about the micro dot and different things like that. But for what this is and the grip that it has on the sides, I feel like this does fine. I haven't almost came near close to dropping it or anything like that. I think the grip technology on this case does what it needs to do for gripping it, in my opinion. And it keeps the phone thin. One thing about Speck cases, you're not going to get super bulky, thick cases, man. Overall, it's going to keep your phone very thin, and that's what I like about it, man. Thin, nice, snug fit, and it just gets the job done, all right? So let's go ahead and bring MagSafe over here so we can go ahead and test out what they're hitting on when it comes to the MagSafe. So, of course, you already know it is MagSafe compatible, and when we're talking about the strength of this magnet, I would say that's a pretty decent strength. It's trying to pick this big stainless steel block up, as you can kind of hear it, but it can't quite pick it up. But very strong magnet, I think, in my opinion. Not a super strong, but I think it's pretty much on the top tier of the magnets, like right under the top tier. I gotta think of a rating system when I come to these magnet strengths. Very strong for what I needed to do, man. You don't have no problem finding that MagSafe. I think these have very, very nice magnets to them. They work on my car mounts. Everything that I got going on with the car mount, everything works fine. I haven't had an issue with any MagSafe accessories. And say you want to use something like power brick right here. This is going to be your out-of-box power brick right here. I feel like the adhesion is pretty good. I mean, that's going to be that one. Say you use the Apple one. I mean, all of the adhesion is very tight, very strong when it comes to these magnets. I don't really know how much, wallet. There's going to be the wallet. You can kind of, this material right here is kind of a little bit slippery when it comes to the accessories. So just make a note of when you're trying to put these accessories on, it may feel like it wants to slide off a little easier, but they all work just fine with them. No issues at all if you want to rock and use them at the same time. I don't think you're going to have an issue with this case right here, man. But yeah, Speck Presidio 2 grip. Now, T, where does this land in your top cases so far? And I'm here to tell you, man, like I told you, this case has been on my phone since I've got it, and I don't see myself taking it off right now. I really, really like just about everything with this case. I don't know what I would honestly change about it. Speck, you did an amazing, amazing job with this Presidio 2 grip, man. Look, I don't know what you can follow up and do. That's all I can say, man. Excellent, excellent case. I love this thing. You already know when we're talking about Speck cases, you're going to pay a little bit of that upper tier, but it's not terrible, man. I feel like this is a case that is totally worth it. If you want to go out there and get you a good, solid case, all of my lovers out there of my top cases, look, you might got to pay attention to this one because I feel like we got a disruptor in the house, all right? This Speck Presidio 2 grip right here is on your phone, on your boy's phone until further notice. I'm going to say that right now. But go out there and pick yourself up one, man. You already know the links will be down in the description so you can go and check one out. I think they make this for every single model except the iPhone 13 mini. You already know how that 13 mini gets done when it comes to these cases. So go out there and pick yourself up one. Top case contender right here, man. I think we will have to bring back the case battles, and we got to put this bad boy up against some of the #1 cases that you already know that I rock with on the channel. But you already know, man, do the YouTube things. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Definitely turn that bell on so you can get annoyed every single day when I'm dropping these videos. But, yo, everyone, please be safe. Catch you on the next one. Later.